This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
And this is Monster, my podcast.
And this is Ghroth.
There's a monster in my podcast.
I have a Monster, my podcast confession to make.
Okay.
Last time we recorded, I was like, hey, get ready for next session. Because I thought it was, I looked at Glocky, but I was thinking of another Ramsey Campbell creation, Lagolianak. Yagolianak.
Oh,
Lagolianak.
yes.
So we have a long way to Yagolianak. But Yagolianak is great.
Okay.
So just FYI, just in case we get to Glacky and you're like, I don't want to hear any, Gary, you said Glacky'd be really good. He's okay.
No.
I don't want to hear it.
I didn't.
He's fine.
I honestly could not remember. So I didn't remember you saying, oh, there's something real cool in the next sesh. But
and even for listeners, I was reading these ones being like, oh yeah, there's that cool thing. And then I got to Glacky and I was like, what the shit's this? And then I looked it up. It's Yagolianak.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Anyway, this is Ghroth Time in the Sun.
Yes, Ghroth from the Ramsey Campbell short story, The Tugging.
I really like that. Can thou imagine what it'd be like to jerk off a planet?
Feeling gravity's pull.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, I would. I would not jerk off a planet.
How do you know you haven't already, Gary?
No, I'm thinking about it.
You ever gotten tender with a stalagmite, Gary?
No. I've never seen a stalagmite. Neither of you. The
in caves.
That they make up. Did you say I live in caves?
I've been in caves.
Oh, well, la-di-da. So Ghroth is okay. Ghroth is a big planet.
Yeah, it's an outer god.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal.
Nemesis star.
Yeah. And Ghroth is kind of like, I don't know, it's like the boss of the planets.
Yeah.
Because he's also
the Here's Wonderwall of planets, though. Like he also sings for the planets. He's their boss, like the way that Springsteen is our boss. Like he's also a musician planet.
Yeah, but he's lined up with Azathoth, and when he's rolling through, he tells the stars to shape up and get right. Because he is kind of the herald of the stars being right, and any of the great old ones on a planet waking up from their dead torpor and getting up and boogieing down. Yeah.
So he's essentially the wake up call god.
Yeah.
The harbinger and the maker. But he is a literal planet.
Yep.
He's got an HP of incalculable, which I really like.
Yeah.
And sometimes he opens his eyes, which are under the ocean, which is going to be a bummer. He's always got like ocean in his eye.
Yeah, that's got to sting a little bit.
It's gonna be sad for Ghroth.
Yeah,
sad for Ghroth.
Can we get him goggles?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big Ghroth goggles, like big geodesic domes, like on sea labs, like underwater.
I just want Ghroth to be taken care of.
I like Ghroth. I have an affection for Ghroth because he's definitely gonna fuck some shit up, but he's I can't be mad at Ghroth. Especially since he was part of the tugging. Like for thousands of miles, you can see what's underneath, pale and glistening. Okay,
little on the nose.
There is a hypothetical. If you were to kill Ghroth, what would happen? Is he bust into dust and then reform somewhere else? Or if you reduced his POW, his HP is incalculable, but his POW is 100. That seems pretty doable.
Yeah, but then he appears elsewhere in the galaxy or in another dimension. Totally regenerated, which is not necessarily, that's not terribly different than other gods.
Yeah. It's also, there's a sanity loss for seeing Ghroth, but he's a planet. How does that work?
I don't know.
Like
look through the wrong telescope?
Yeah, just like through the wrong telescope, fat boy. Or just if you're just standing on Ghroth, what a nightmare that must be. Oh, God. Like, are there things on Ghroth that are sanity breaking, or is it just seeing the planet? Because I see Earth most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of the time, except when I'm looking straight up. So I think that's weird, right? Like, what if you landed on Ghroth if you didn't realize it was a god?
Yeah.
Then, do you only lose the sand? Is it like Wile E. Coyote standing over the
revelation?
Yeah, exactly. The revelation. Does that cause the sanity loss? And does it accumulate the longer you've been on Ghroth? The more it hits you when you're ultimately there. Because I would like to do a campaign on Ghroth. Like that would be the thing. It's not a monster.
Mission to Ghroth would be great. Like, just like a planet like or there's a habitable god.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy is great for campaign hooks. Love Ghroth for that. Love Ghroth. Need Ghroth. Missing Ghroth.
We can all use a good tugging every now and then.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.